What's going on? I think we're live. We're live. We're back in our old homestead, known as not the class. Pardon me if it's a little noisy. Kind of in the middle of a water change on the 125, so you're gonna hear some water. Gonna be a minute. Nitrites just got a little out of control. Might have got that a little too much. I know. Ammonia's fine, so once in a while you gotta take the water. It's helpful. It helps. You don't have to, but it helps. Oh, let's see, man, this room is full, at least in the chat. Yeah. Let's see. Looks like we got Silver Creek Aquatics popping in first. What's happening in Silver Creek? We got Vibes Aquatics. What's happening in Vibes? Boy, I should let you do this.
Oh, I mean, I guess.
My Fish Tanks Aquatics, how's it going? Let's see. Jeff Kane, hello everyone. Welcome, Jeff. Said hi to Bob. Yeah. All Things Fish. How's it going, All Things Fish? Welcome. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't jump. Eric Wyrock, woo! What's up, Eric? How's
My
it going?
Keystone Clash twin, if you didn't see it.
Twinsies.
Find a video if you didn't see it. They're out there. They're out there.
Let's see. Lefty. What's happening, Lefty? How's it going, buddy? Petro Man made it. How's it going, Petro Man? Let's see. Big Shrimpin'. What's happening, Big Shrimpin'? I think I'm caught up.
Yes.
If I missed it, I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm going to let her handle that from here on out.
No, you're good. You're good.
Effing headbangs till my brain comes out my ears. That's right.
That's right. Look, where'd it go? There we go.
Bushlight, I knew you liked you guys. Nectar of the Gods. That's a champagne, campground champagne.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Apparently,
TJ Autocross just came in.
What's
Hi,
happening, TJ? Apparently, Bushlight does not travel to Pennsylvania. I didn't see any.
If it does, they didn't get it.
I wasn't really looking for it, but
it wasn't in the hospitality room, but that's okay.
It would have been kind of awesome.
We also have Muppet.
Muppet.
Hello,
What's
Muppet.
happening, Muppet?
And Stephen P.
Stephen P. What's happening, Stephen?
Mr. P himself.
Oh, man. Yeah, you probably should have spaced that out a little bit more. Don't mind me, I got to keep focusing over here before it sucklate all the water out of there. We're not going for that much of a water change.
No.
I did find a baby over there. It's in my cichlid tank. It's probably eaten by now, but who knew? But yeah, they like to do that. They like to procreate. So I try to keep the water healthy for them. And I like to do water changes at the absolute worst possible times because it wouldn't be mayhem if I didn't.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, man, it was super awesome getting to meet everybody. And I know you guys have probably heard this on everybody else's channels all week long. And you know what? You're going to hear it on mine, too.
Yeah.
It was super awesome getting to meet and hang out with everybody at the Clash. I had a blast. I know she had a blast. It was just all around awesome. And I can't wait for next year. I think, though, next year, the only thing that we're going to do, and I talked with Kenny about this, was actually stay at the hotel instead of getting the B&B, which nothing against the B&B. That place was fantastic.
No, it was beautiful.
But just we had to leave. So we really couldn't hang out for very long, you know? So that part wasn't as much fun, you know, having to leave and then, okay, cool, yeah, and then leave. And then it's like, man, I wanted to stay there and hang out with everybody, but I couldn't. So next year, I think we're going to stay in the hotel. So all I got to do is drag my butt back to the hotel room.
Yeah.
Or get on one of those roll carts and have her push me. Might not be joking about that.
Jenna P, hello.
Hi, Jenna.
All Things Fish says, B&Bs are fun, but you don't get the real experience unless you stay at the hotel any meat is hosted at. Yeah.
Yep.
And
I agree.
Our trip was kind of sort of last minute. Like we kind of decided almost last minute that we were going to go. Kenny had an Airbnb available that had an extra room. We were like, yeah, let's do this. And then we discovered while we were there, you know, by the time we knew that we needed to get back to the Airbnb, everybody was coming out and drinking and having a good time. And it was like, oh man, you know, we can't get trashed and then try to drive to the Airbnb. So
Looks like the Aquatic Morning Show made it in. How's it going? Welcome.
yes, hello.
Never fail. People walk in when
It's
we're
fine.
live.
Listen,
You know,
How
it
does that
happens.
get right? Oh.
Ah!
I was waiting. I knew it was going to happen.
You should have heard it. Oh, man. I would just walk and wait for things to get quiet, and then all of a sudden just go, cow!
From clear across the expo hall,
Everybody.
I knew.
This is great.
You always knew when Josh spotted Kyle in the expo hall because all you would hear is him yelling, Kyle!
Cow!
Everywhere we went all weekend long.
Awesome getting to meet them. I love them all to death.
Bex and Kyle were so great to hang out with. I mean, everybody really was just so great
And
to
then
hang out with.
meeting up with TJ Autocross.
TJ
and
was awesome.
Ricky DeHoyo.
Yes.
Hanging out with all them, man. Maria Z.
Yep.
Jennifer Weaver.
Yep.
Just everybody that you don't really get to interact with a lot other than in chats and stuff, and you're there in person with them.
Yep.
It was awesome.
I mean, the P's, Rico, Ed, Lefty,
Larry D. Kevin.
Oinkmaster, Larry D. Who else? Whips.
Went through over there, yeah.
It's
It was
just
just, it was
so many
just
people.
all around a blast. And definitely want to do it again next year.
Yes, and it is going to be a yearly thing, I think, for us
And
because
it really
it's so
wasn't-
easy to get there.
It really wasn't a bad drive. I mean, it was, yeah, 9.5-ish hours, but it really wasn't that bad. You know, I think we had to hit one toll road. Yeah, we'd have got there faster if I was out.
Shut up.
I think we hit one toll road the whole time. Construction everywhere, which magically coming back Sunday, it was all gone.
Mostly.
Mostly. Until you got into Ohio, and then that's like a permanent fixture there in Ohio.
So you are behind on chat, so you're not seeing this yet, but My Fish Tanks Aquatic said, are you two coming to Aquashella, Chi-Town? Actually,
We will get to that.
yeah, funny that you mentioned that. That's part
We will
of
get to
our
that.
conversation.
We'll get to that. I am going to let you finish talking about
Yeah. Other stuff?
Keystone.
Sure.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Don't worry. We'll get to that. I got to go
Yeah.
flip the water around.
Yeah. All things fish. Who made the longest drive to the Clash? Always interesting to see how far people travel. Yes, Kyle and Bex, I think, were actually the longest to travel. They came from Colorado, and Bex had said that they were splitting their travel time 13 hours per day between the two of them.
Hey,
So
Lefty, look what I'm using.
I'm pretty sure that as far as driving, it had to have been Bex and Kyle. As far as flying, I don't know. But definitely Bex and Kyle if you want to talk about the driving part of it. Let's see. Annette flew the furthest, according to Genevieve. Absolutely. Probably true. Oh, Lefty says as far as flying, there was a guy there from Germany, so I think he wins.
I think he wins.
And actually, I sat next to him for a little bit in the hospitality suite, and he was pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of people, I noticed, a lot of people that were there were fairly local, you know, maybe a couple of hours, but then you had, you know, Bex and Kyle who drove forever and ever. Josh and I, 9.5 hours one way, not terrible, but not the greatest. So, yes, Lefty says this is why I'm saying we need to do a New England meetup. So many more of us up this way than we realize. And that's true. I didn't realize a lot of you guys were from up in that area, which was really cool.
I have no idea what anybody's talking about.
traveling.
Here in a little bit, the water noise will stop.
Jimmy P, hello. Welcome to the Mayhem.
Welcome, Jimmy P.
Glad you could join us.
So then that brings us to when we got home. We had a blast there. Got home, and the kittens had a blast here. I just had to order a new light unit because one of them decided, hey, let's chew the entire power cord up because I'm a kitten.
Me too. Me too.
So anyway, I got a new one that should be here tomorrow, perfectly in time for live today. So that happened. Our T-Bone video, in the process of it, things are kind of not talking to each other phone-wise. It's just kind of tricky. We're a little delayed on that. So if you still have footage you want to send, now's the time to do it.
Please do.
I'm going to try to have that out sometime this week. If not, it'll be next week because then this week, the end of this week, brings me to the question we were just at.
Yes.
About AQUASHELLA.
Yes.
And no, we're not going. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We actually
No,
are
we're
going
totally
to be there.
going.
Yes.
We're totally going.
Yep. We will
you can
be
thank Lefty and Carrie for
Carrie. Yes. We will be rooming with Lefty.
They twisted my arm so much at the Keystone Clash that I said yes. I had to say yes. So
I do have to actually say, Carrie, Science Gal Aquatics is so adorable. I wanted to put her in my pocket and bring her home with me. You guys, she's so sweet. I had a toothache all weekend. Like, I just love her. And between her and Lefty, we got tucked into it. So we're rooming with Lefty.
You will see us at AQUASHELLA in Chicago. We will be there. We're going to go up probably about, I want to be on the road by around 3 in the afternoon on Friday. And that'll put us there at 8 something. So we'll get there then, figure out where everybody's at, where we got to go, all that good stuff. And then let the party commence.
Lefty. He says, I gave you shots and told the missus I had a spare bed. There was no arm twisting.
This is true. This is very true.
The Noxy, hello.
Also, another reason why I didn't want to leave that night. Oh, boy.
Saturday. Okay, so, well, you know what? At least we are actually planning it out this time. This weekend, I had to wear my Rico leggings all weekend because I wasn't aware that there was a specific day we were going to wear those, Eric. So yeah, I will have my Rico shirt and my Rico leggings. This time they're autographed, which is even better.
Right.
So that's cool.
You can come to AQUASHELLA Chicago and get pictures of Eric Wyrock and Lady Metalhead in the Rico cans, autographed by Rico Stan, the man himself.
And I have video of Eric's
There's video.
ass actually being autographed. Somebody, I don't remember who it is now, but somebody actually does have the video of Rico very reluctantly signing my crotch because he was very uncomfortable.
I think that was Larry D.
Yeah, he was extremely uncomfortable signing my crotch, but he did it. It was more pelvic area. I could have really made it really uncomfortable, but I didn't.
Would have been more comfortable if it was my crotch.
For him, he said yes. He said he will sign anything on a man or whatever, but for a female, he was just really uncomfortable.
Well, there's barriers that you have to. It's very hard for a guy to not cross a barrier.
I guess.
They're as thin as this strand of hair sometimes.
Okay, Jenna P says, I think Jess and Eric should find Corey and demand to take a full Rico outfit picture with him sandwiched in the middle.
Oh, boy.
Eric, help me make this happen. Please help me make this happen.
So this should be.
It's going to be.
This should be a blast. I mean, this will probably be the last event of the year that we get to make it to. So My God, we're gonna make it a good one.
Oh, Mexicali Fish Keeper, you snuck in on us. Hi.
Hey, Mexicali.
I am so sorry.
I thought you all popped in too.
I think that was the only one I saw.
Genevieve.
We saw Genevieve, Kyle, TJ,
So,
Eric. I said hi to Vinox.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. Anyway.
Excuse me. Hi. Oh man, I tell you what, that Saturday, man, I went from wearing one shirt. I had my KG Tropical shirt on. Then I got stopped by Aquarium Domain, and he gave me a shirt. So then I had two. And then this one showed up. Then I had three, and then I bought one. So I had like 4 shirts on at one time. It was great. It was awesome.
Bex actually made fun of you because you said something about which shirt should I wear for this photo. And she looked and she could see that you were a little fluffier than normal. And she's like, how many fucking t-shirts are you wearing? So great.
Well, I mean, I am kind of a fluffy guy. So.
But you got a little fluffier wearing 4 t-shirts at once.
Exactly have a 6-pack anymore. It's involved to a keg.
It's the whole keg.
But you know what? That just means I stay warmer longer. Which is why I'm alcohol fueled.
Yeah, that's probably true.
See? You're thinking.
I know, and I can't.
Oh man,
Whatever.
that last live stream, man, that was just a blast. And it was really weird. I'm sitting in the room by myself, right? And I think I even said it. I was waiting for a detective to walk in. So I'm like,
it did
got
kind
that
of
feel to it, man.
Yeah, it did kind of remind.
Like,
yeah,
I'm standing there and I just keep like hearing people walk by the door and I'm going. I'm just waiting for a detective to walk in and start playing good cop, bad cop.
it did kind of have that like interrogation room feel to it a little bit. It kind of did.
Stevie, what's happening, Bruiser?
Hi, Bruiser. Yeah, it did. And then it didn't help that it was kind of like right on the corner of a hallway. So there was like a pop machine and the ice machine for all the guests, like right there. And then rooms down that hallway.
I was so happy when everybody walked in. I'm like, thank God it wasn't the cop. Like, if somebody would have had a cop costume on, I probably would have lost it. Because I'm like, wait a minute, what is this?
Yeah.
But no, I'm nothing negative about the thing. It just, that's how the room had to feel. And then everybody came in and
all hell broke
loose. And it was such a blast getting to, and there were people in the room that you guys couldn't even see. They were sitting off to the side, like Susie Q was sitting off to the side, and Jason was over here at the end of the table. I think you guys could hear him, but we couldn't see him because my phone's limited, 5 cameras, and I can't get everybody.
Well, and the thing is, I mean, yeah, that table was big, but the space that your camera was picking up.
That table was huge. I was trying to stretch across it, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it was awesome getting to, I had Rico and I had Ed, and we had Dave Farrell in there, and we had Brennan was in at one point. I'm not sure Kenny popped in too, did he?
I don't remember Kenny.
May or may not have.
I know Jason started out in there, and when I said I was ducking out, he said it turned into a sausage fest, and he was out. So he was not keen to be in the room without another female in the room. So we ended up going back to the event center.
I think we got sidetracked like 4 times. Nobody was even talking to the camera. You guys were just watching us all sit and shoot the shit with each other.
Pretty much, yeah.
And somebody said, hey, there's a camera. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my biggest thing for leaving that stream, though, when everybody else started coming in is, yeah, we send links to people, hey, join us on Discord, and you've got, their little box up there where you can see them. But to physically be next to all of these people, and then he went live and they wanted to jump in on it. I'm with him every week.
Well, we did kind of crash the morning show, too. So
we did crash Saturday morning cartoons.
We kind of, Just walked right in.
Sorry, Shanna. No, but I think Shanna even was like, oh my gosh, because we all were like, I'm the one that was like, oh, I'm going to go in there and crash it. And then everybody else was like, yeah, that's a really good idea. Okay, well, I guess everybody follow Lady Metalhead because she's crashing the party. So,
And then Mike B went live.
Yes.
He wound up doing a walk around. So did Jason.
Jason did, yeah. They were live in the YouTube room for a while.
Ed and Rico did a walk around.
They did, which was hilarious. It was so funny.
Seen me a couple times in that too. Didn't even know I was in it.
The cutest thing about the Rico and Ed going live in the Expo Center is they were standing right there by our. We had a specific set of tables that we were able to sit at because of the Fish Fam sponsoring. So we're all sitting at this table, and Ed is like, I think I'm going to go live. And Rico's like, yeah? And Ed's like, yeah, well, how do you want to start this out? Do you want me to have the camera on the screen right here with the big YouTube thing behind it? Or maybe I should just like go live and be like, hey, Rico, of all the stickers on this table, what would you pick? And so for like 10 minutes straight, they were trying to figure out how they were going to actually start this live. And it was the cutest thing ever.
Amazing.
Yes, they are. Okay, well, we have fishnecks going on over here.
Yeah, no, they're getting it.
Anyway.
Right in front of the kids. Come on. Weirdos.
Stephen P., I wish I would have been able to hang out with y'all more. I agree. It would have been fun.
That was a long event, and there just wasn't enough time.
And I mean,
I'm like, man, I didn't get to hang out with the people I want to hang out.
They had a lot going on.
I wanted to hang around with everybody, and I didn't get to do that because we had to leave and go to B&B. Lesson learned. Stay at the hotel.
Yep.
But I mean, there just wasn't enough time to hang out with everybody. So.
There really wasn't, and I think that's probably why I gravitated more toward that YouTube corner in the expo room, because if I was sitting at that table and somebody was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired from walking around, and they would come over and sit down, then I got to have a little bit of a conversation with them before they got up and decided to walk around more or whatever they had to do. So I feel like there were a lot more people that I got to spend time with that he didn't, because I kept sitting down and, I would walk around for a little bit and then I would sit down. And so I got to hang out with a lot more people, I think, than he did. But
well, I also bought fish.
Oh, okay. Brooklyn is going to be in Chicago. See,
awesome.
There's really no nice way, there's no way to say this without it sounding mean, but I can see Kelly anytime. I can literally get in my car, drive 10 minutes away, and knock on Kelly's door and be like, hey. But to get to meet Brooklyn is going to be really cool. And to get to see Jenna again is going to be really cool. Rico Stan and Mark Sterlson.
What's happening, guys? How we doing? No, I just wish we had more time there. We
didn't have it went too fast.
There's always next year, which we will try to, at least next year, if we get a hotel room, we won't have to camp out and lay on mulch all night in 40-degree weather.
Well, even if that were to happen again, I would invest in an air mattress. But anyway. Okay, Jenna, please don't listen. I can text Kelly right now and be like, hey, this is what I said about you on the stream, and this is what I actually meant. But Jenna's going to try to twist it around. No, it'll be cool to actually spend a little more time with Kelly than what I have, because I have been to Kelly's house. She's given me some of her rice fish, and I've been over there a few times.
Cool to see her do her thing
with escaping. And
outside of here.
Right.
Because, we can go over there. Nobody else really gets to do that.
No.
So
I guess
see her out in the open doing it. So it's going to be pretty cool,
I guess I take for granted the fact that Kelly is as close to me as she is, because I forget about the fact that you guys don't have that benefit. So no, I am going to be excited to hang out with Kelly as well. More than we already have.
Great way to put your foot in your mouth.
Listen, I said what I said, okay? Okay?
Nice recovery.
Listen, Kelly, you know where I live. If you want to fight, we can
Now you're calling her out. Oh, boy.
There ain't gonna be no boxing. It'll just be a bunch of hugging and giggling. Come on now. IHSP, hello.
What's happening, Steph? Matt, I see you there.
The only spell I'm gonna cast is on you, Bubba.
Hey, who wants to take bets on I'm going to overflow this tank or not?
Nope. Nope.
Because she's getting there.
Nope.
So, yeah, man, just a lot to go over.
It really is.
But yeah, so our T-bone video is going to get delayed just a hair. Mainly because our tank is ready.
We just don't have any fish in it. For one. Two, the Keystone Clash came. That came and went, and our cutoff date came so fast that we just weren't prepared.
Now we're preparing for studio, so I think we're just going to extend it out a week or two.
So
that way, if anybody's got footage they want to send, you still got time.
It's still going to happen, guys. It's just a lot going on right now, and we want to make this video like the best of the best. So we want to make sure that we have time to actually focus
still
on it.
Rock and roll with that.
Yes.
That is still going, and it's happening, and we've got a lot of good video or footage in.
Yes.
So,
I just remembered. No, you can keep talking. It's fine. While we are talking about the Keystone Clash, I know a lot of you know, or I would hope you know, that Bex had a vendor booth. It was her first ever vendor booth so that she could showcase her artwork and hopefully sell her artwork. See ya. Bye, Kyle. She wanted to showcase and sell her artwork. She did absolutely phenomenal with everything that she sold. And I did not get an original print. However, I did manage to buy this beautiful piece from her of a mystery snail. And I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. And hopefully I will get it out of the plastic and I can get it framed. But you know, she put her business card in the back. I'm just thankful that I was actually able to support her in buying a piece of her artwork. And now I just need to put it somewhere nice and safe and, you know, make it part of our fish room. But I have a piece of original Bex artwork, and hopefully she will continue to get vendor booths at the events that she's able to go to. I believe she mentioned something about getting a website up and going so that people can buy artwork. If I'm wrong on that, I apologize. But yeah, Bex has amazing artwork. She really does. She is super talented, and she did phenomenal at the Clash.
Jason Airstead made it in. What's happening, buddy? Yeah.
Snoochie Booch!
We also sent like 35,000 pictures to her.
We did.
She needs
for more to add to her portfolio. So, yeah.
We're trying to help her out because we got this.
We got them.
Snoochie Booch, what's happening, buddy?
Yeah. So,
Ooh.
I'm just really happy that I was able to grab artwork from her. She did take second place for some of her artwork in the award ceremony as well,
which second to Sam Scout.
She did.
I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. I mean,
she did.
Dude, it's Sam Scout.
He's
right?
Scales.
Scales.
Well, everybody says Scales.
But to take second to him is no small order.
And he actually kept coming over to her booth and looking at her artwork and kind of giving her tips and, you know, uplifting her, you know, talking about how good her artwork was. But hey, you know, he really gave her some good advice from what she said. So, Michigan Tropicals. I stumbled way over myself saying that, but anyway. Hello. Josh will be back momentarily. We had to do a water change on the cichlid tanks. So, yeah, he's currently getting all of that
I'm playing with my
finished.
nose.
Yeah, he's over here playing with hose. I do that 5 days a week. Whatever. I play with hose 5 days a week. To be fair, it's not anybody's hose. It's just hose. Stephen P says Sam is awesome and they're staying in contact for future events too. That's awesome. I am so happy for her that she did so well at the Clash, especially for it being her first vendor booth. And, you know, because she was nervous, but her artwork is beautiful. And I had absolutely no doubt that people were going to see it and they were going to love it just as much as Fish Fam does. She's awesome. Oh no. Rico says 7 days for me and sometimes twice. I'm starting to chafe. I think you're playing with your hose a little bit too much, Rico. Just saying. Sandy Dowdy, I did an unboxing yesterday from Bex. I won a beautiful piece of her art. What did you win, Sandy? What specific fish? Because there were so many different options of things that you could have gotten. I loved the betta that she had. But that mystery snail, I just could not pass that one up because the detail was just amazing. Amazing. And yes, congrats on getting a piece of her artwork because that's awesome. Stephen P, that's one of the great things about the art creative community, less of a cutthroat competition. Talent recognizes talent, lifting each other up. Yes. And Sam didn't do anything but lift Bex up all weekend long. And I think that's amazing because he could have very easily said, this is what I do. This is my thing. Find something else. But
Sam's a great guy.
Sam was awesome.
I didn't get to spend a lot of time with him either.
He was awesome.
There's a whole bunch of people I didn't get to spend a lot of time with.
No.
But
it is what it is.
Just gonna have to wait until next year.
Well,
probably not with him. I'm sure he probably hit Dr. Shells too. Maybe.
Yeah, he'll be there.
But yeah, I just wish I would have had more time.
I agree.
And
TJ bought one of her Kelly prints. Those Kelly prints were killer. They were beautiful.
But it's one of those things, man. There's never enough time. You know?
Ever, never, ever.
And so I think next year, like I said, we're just gonna stay at the hotel so I can spend as much time possible. See, we can spend. It's not just me, I guess. But so we can spend as much time possible hanging out with everybody, and who knows, maybe there'll be even more people next year.
Although it grew
exponentially
this year, according to Scotty. It was a lot bigger this year. Although funny that you mentioned, I guess her too, not just me. There were a lot of times that him and I were not even together, and people would walk up to me and go, "Where's Josh?" And I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, well, aren't you guys gonna hang out together? And I'm like, listen, let him do his thing. Let me do my thing. We spend 24/7, 365 together. He's over there. I'm over here. We'll meet up eventually. It's fine.
Maybe.
Let him have fun. Everybody seemed to think that we were going to be attached at the hip all weekend, and that's just not what we do.
That's not how we roll.
He gets interested in something and gets to, find something he wants to do. And I'm over here doing nope.
Hi, June. Congratulations on the big 100.
Mark Sterlson, please no more talk about Bex prints. I have to wait a whole month till she opens her online store. You'll be all right. It's okay, Mark.
Michigan Tropicals. Michael says he's going to be there Friday. That's when we're planning
Same
on
for us,
getting
but it'll
everything,
be late
so
Friday.
it'll be 7-ish, 8-ish, somewhere in there. Then we got to figure out where we got to go and all that good stuff.
Silver Creek, that's what a rally point is for. Meet you back here whenever.
Yeah.
No, we didn't even have one of those. It was, I'll call you if I need you.
It's called a cell phone.
Text. Hey, this is where I'm at, just so you know.
Well, everybody could find me because they knew where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Like almost the whole time.
You couldn't miss me either. Look for the white Rico leggings.
Well, no. All I had to do was walk over by Dr. Boz.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I was checking on Galactus pretty much the whole weekend.
Jenna, I agree. I think that means there's security in your marriage when you don't have to be attached to the hip at all times. No, listen, it was a big building, and there were things he was looking at that I didn't care about necessarily. There was things I was doing that he didn't care about.
Dave and I were trying to figure out how to get to the car museum without setting alarms off.
I did yell at both of you for that.
She yelled at both of us for that one. We just wanted to see.
Dave Farrell is a bad influence, just so you guys know. He kept trying to pull back the curtain, and Josh was trying to peek in there. I'm yelling at both of them, like, can you both stop? Yeah.
Fun times, man. I loved hanging out. It was just fun hanging out with Dave.
The Farrells.
Sandy and just all the Farrells. They were a blast.
I really think that Sandy and I became really good friends in just that short amount of time.
Great fish babysitters.
They are. They babysat all of the fish we bought the whole weekend. They were keeping them in their hotel room for us.
She picked up a beta on, was that Friday?
Mm-hmm.
And then they kept them for you.
No, Saturday.
No,
it would have been Friday because the lotto was Saturday.
And they kept them in their room until we were ready to leave.
And Bree kept conditioning his water and feeding him.
Olivia and everybody was over in there checking on him. And then the next day, I found a trio of German Blue Rams, and I'm sitting here going, crap. Yep. And then Dave walked up, and I said, well, you got room in your room for a little while? He's like, yeah, you know what to do. So,
and then
we're back at it again.
And then I bought an axolotl, but I didn't let anybody babysit the axolotl because it's only maybe 6 inches. It's a baby, like so small we don't even know if it's a boy or a girl. So one of the vendors there gave me a box that had an insulated like cooler inside of it. So I filled it up with water, put some conditioner in there, put it in there, and literally I carried this axolotl from the event area to the hospitality suite, put him on a little sofa at the hospitality suite, and that's pretty much where I stayed.
Actually, you can thank Maria Z for the axolotl.
Yes, and Maria Z has been thanked about 100,000 times. This axolotl is adorable, and if it wasn't for her, well, I still would have gotten it, but
you'd have had to find the ATM.
Yeah.
Which wasn't hard to find.
Yeah, I still would have gotten it, but and then there was the flower horn that we had to put in a cooler with water. Thankfully, they still had hoses hooked up from the aquascaping contest and from the fish show.
Dr. Boz Aquatics, I believe, is what it's called. So I did this whole thing on, I think, Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, Friday. And I told him, hey, we're not leaving until Sunday morning. So is there a way you guys can keep him here? Maybe just make sure his water's fresh and all that. And I'm like, absolutely. And they took great care of him. Right up until we said, hey, I'm going to take him. And then they went and they did a little bit of the water change on him again. They actually kept changing his bag the whole weekend and adding fresh oxygen and everything. Like, they took great care of him. He was in great shape. He made the whole trip back. No problems at all. He's in the 55, and he's already learning Bobby's methods. So when Bobby gets ready to eat. He sees me walk up with the food. I open the lid, and Bobby will just go straight up and just wait for me to drop the food. Well, I don't know if
He's
that's a
learning.
flower horn thing or if he's just watching Bobby do it, and he's doing it
Yeah.
already. So it's pretty cool. So it's like Larry D made it in. What's happening, Larry D?
Larry, hello.
How we doing?
Say hello to Kevin. Yeah, I was gonna say something and now I don't remember. But
Good job.
yeah. Oh no, the people that you got the flower horn from have a store, I believe they're in Delaware.
Mhm.
And I believe they have like an actual physical store there. I do know they have a website as well because I was given their business card.
Yeah.
Super, super cool people.
Actually, I did put that information in the description of the video that I did last Monday.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been Monday. When I uploaded that, I put their information in there. So if anybody wants to get a hold of them, I also sent him a picture of Galactus in the tank
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, he's doing great." And then, him and we talked back and forth. So, I mean, Michael, please don't get mad. But I couldn't resist. That's my problem is I have no self-control.
That's kind of how I was
Zero.
with the beta too, though. Like I was looking at, because I mean, she had hundreds of betas, and they were all on this big table.
Oh, yeah.
They're all in their little containers.
That was Veterans Aquatics, I believe.
No,
Or was she next to them? Oh,
she was next to them.
And I mean, they were a bunch of ringers in there too.
Beautiful, beautiful betas, and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking, and I see this one. And every time I came back, he caught my eye. And finally, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm buying him. It's fine. And he's here and he's happy, and his name is Clash.
Mm-hmm. How ironic.
It was either Clash or Morgan for Morgantown. Or
Mine gets called Galactus. Hers gets called Clash.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It is what it is.
The trio of German blue rams are doing fantastic. They pop out of the shrubbery every now and then in the cube tank.
I have to. Big Shrimpin wants to know what the IHSP stands for. It stands for I hate stupid people.
Yep.
And I'm not even trying to be a smartass here.
She had to change that.
She actually, for the longest time, it was I hate stupid people, and she changed it to IHSP Tanks Tried or Tank Tried, whatever. But it stands for I hate stupid people, and I love it. I think it's great.
Oh man, but yeah, it was awesome. Actually, getting to meet Aquarium Domain in person, and he actually stopped me
To give you a T-shirt.
while I was doing a beer run.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And everybody was wondering where their beer was, and him and I were chatting. Cool dude, man. He's been following us since day one.
A lot of really cool people.
And he's like, "Oh man, I'm glad you got your audio problems figured out and all the problems you were having." He's like, "I'm glad all that's working out." And he's like, "Here." And I like his shirt too.
I don't think. I just had a squirrel moment again. I was gonna say something and now I don't remember. But anyway, it'll come to me.
Squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. Big time. Because I was just gonna say something about what you like, kind of what you were talking about, but now I don't remember. But anyway, it's fine. No big deal.
This is so weird. It's like I see myself
I know, I'm
drinking a
trying
beer
to, like-
there and not here.
I'm trying to just kind of keep it this place so that I can keep an eye on YouTube chat, but whatever.
Yeah, so the lighting is terrible in here. Which is why I like the little light sources, because I can put them off into a corner of the room and just turn them on, and it does the right effect. When I turn this thing on, it's like I'm sitting in a damn microwave getting nuked.
Well, you know.
That was not a great idea to get that light.
It's whatever.
Eduardo made it
Eduardo!
in. And there's somebody who was fun to hang out with. I tell
Fun
you.
fact, in case you all didn't know, Eduardo was going around at the Clash all weekend telling everybody I was his Puerto Rican sister. And he actually had his sister there with him, and she was so confused the first time he said it with her standing there. She was like, wait, what?
He's a fun guy.
Yeah, he was telling literally anybody that would listen that I was his Puerto Rican sister because we share the same birthday. So somehow sharing the same birthday gave me a completely different ethnicity.
Yeah, you missed the Rico signing crotch story thing. Signed butts too.
He signed Eric's ass. He signed my crotch.
Oh man. Well, if you remember, if you were watching last week, you saw Rico Stan's entrance. Where I was introducing Chattanooga's head, and I turned to him and I go, well, there's Rico Stan's ass. They're like, did you do that on purpose? He goes, yes.
Yeah.
That was funny. Again, I tell you what, it is always a blast
So
when the
much
Fish
fun.
fam comes together, man.
We really had so much fun.
Now we look forward to AQUASHELLA, and we're going to meet up with Lefty again. We're going to hang
Same with Lefty.
and Carrie from Science Gal Aquatics, and Jenna and Kelly are going to be there,
And Brooklyn.
and Brooklyn. What about Annette? Is she going to make it?
I'm not so sure about Annette. Michael, Michigan Tropical.
Michigan Tropical is going to be there. That's also going to be the first time we actually get to meet in person. We talk all the time on phone, but again, see, it's going to be a very similar scenario where a lot of people we just talk to online or talk to on the phone, and then we get to meet in person. Now,
Yeah.
we're also going to get to meet Austin from Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic Freaks. He's going to be there. A lot of people.
And that's going to Fishtoberfest. That's the same weekend.
We're
So
going to have to. Where is that?
I think it's East Coast.
I don't know if I'll make it to that one.
But it's the same weekend as Chicago.
Yeah, we're definitely not making it to this one, but it'd be awesome to make it to that one because a lot of everybody that we hung out with last time made it to that one.
Well, again, we're
And
man boobs. Oh, because Eduardo said that Rico grabbed his boobs.
oh, why did it make that get reviewed?
I don't
And
know.
then
His
it made
boobs.
this get reviewed.
His boobs.
Like Jesus, why is it all getting reviewed?
Yeah.
Just send it.
Hanging out with Carrie this weekend is kind of going to be a given.
And I hope Jess shows up this time. I was looking forward to him being there.
Jesse.
I hope he shows up.
He should be.
'Cause, man, don't make it 2 for 2.
Not like we wouldn't have hung out with her anyway, but
We had a blast hanging out with her, but I wanted to drink a beer with him. I said I would.
she's kind of the reason, one of the main reasons why we're going there. And
Well, her and Lefty.
let's just say because of her, there's a little bit of a VIP status. A little bit.
I call it VIP status, but
A little bit.
no.
Yes.
Oh.
Why would you not? Creator stuff?
No, we're a creator, right?
But you have to, whatever.
I'm just the guy with the camera and a beard.
And a beer.
And a beard.
Anywho.
Which are probably not going to be able to do too much of that in the event. I get
We weren't supposed to do it at the Clash either, and look at what we ended up doing.
Oops.
There was not supposed to be any drinking in the expo hall at all for the Keystone Clash.
What Lefty sent an email sent to the local aquarium about taking our kids on a field trip. Fingers crossed. The chat jumped. Fingers crossed they were willing to give us a wicked deal because our kids are poor.
Well.
Yeah, let's all go to the aquarium. We're educating
in Connecticut.
I will go to an aquarium anyway.
But Lefty's in Connecticut. Anywho, Steven, you can buy alcohol at
That's
Shell
the
if
other
you're a
problem.
billionaire. Well, yeah. So what I was saying before we had a squirrel moment is everybody was concerned about bottles of beer and whatever going into the expo room.
Doesn't concern me.
That's a big middle finger right there. But anyway, everybody was worried about us taking beer bottles into the actual expo room because they didn't want to piss off hotel staff or whatever. So if you saw any of us with a styrofoam cup walking around in the expo hall, mind business, because
Well, they didn't care if you walked around with it. Once I got wind of that, I'm like, fine, I'm done pouring it into this cup.
Lefty actually thought at one point that was coffee because I had gotten a beer at like 11 o'clock in the morning, and he was like, "Where did you get the coffee from? Is it in the hospitality suite?"
From the cooler.
He was like, "Does the hospitality suite have coffee?" And I was like, "I don't know." And he goes, "Well, where'd you get the coffee from?" And I was like, "Lefty, this isn't coffee." Not coffee.
So the metalheads drink a lot of coffee. Well, mine's not coffee. Now, Jenna was asking who is BR.
Do we have to go through this again?
Well, I will do this very quickly without stirring up pouring gas on fires, because that fire's long burned out. That would be Big Rich. We kind of had a falling out with them. They probably hate us. I don't care if they're there or not.
I don't give two shits.
I don't care. If he's there, great. It's a free country. He's allowed to be there.
And so are we.
And so are we. If he doesn't like that, that's his problem.
Yeah. No, 0 fucks to give.
The last time I saw him, we actually did say hi. So, and once in a while, I send him a message or he sends me a message. I got no hate towards the guy whatsoever. Their business is their business. I'm there to have a good time and hang out with my friends, being you guys or whatever. Not really bothering me. So, yeah. Now, will I break my neck to get over to their booth? No. Oh. But am I going to be civil? Yes. Because one, I don't want to be kicked out of an event. And two, what's the point? That's all over with. So, but that's who BR is referred to. So, yeah. Jenna says, "Oh, I just thought it was a typo." Nope, not a typo. Just kind of code. Not really code. But you know, whatever they want to think is whatever they want to think. I got my own opinion. I've seen what I've seen, and I'm not starting anything. I'm not. I would think that after 2 years, well, I don't know. They had a booth last year.
No, they didn't.
I thought they did.
It's a YouTube area that everybody shares.
Oh, well, if I'm around, he won't come near. It's okay. Because he doesn't like me. So, fine.
They limited him to 2.
Limited him to 2. 2 what?
I don't know.
Nobody cares.
Jenna, I don't think he's very social with people, probably super easy to avoid. Yep.
Oh, here we go. I'm starting something, Josh. I want to learn how to drink coffee, too. It's very easy. You get a styrofoam cup, and you pour beer in it.
Listen, Eduardo, if you would have
You
spent
can
more
add
time
coffee if
hanging
you
out,
want. You can add coffee if you want.
if you would have spent more time hanging out with everybody, we could have taught you the ways of the metalheads.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
One stepstone at a time, grasshopper. First, I will teach you wax on, wax on.
I'm sorry, that's funny. I think that's absolutely funny. You don't come into any convention and try to take over. That's why you got limited.
We're not doing
That's exactly why you got limited, and you got what you deserved.
that. Okay, so I thought it was over.
Listen, I said what I said.
No, but I'm not gonna. I mean, if they're there, they're there. It's fine.
Eduardo, I absolutely loved your sister. She was so much fun. She was great. Send her my love at least. His love too, I guess, but tell her I said hi. I loved her.
Yeah.
She was a sweetheart.
She was fun.
And to put up with you means that she's a saint. Just gonna put that out there now.
Yeah, but you guys took off way too early. You guys missed the group picture.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
think
know.
they probably should have done that a little sooner.
I
Just
was trying
but you know,
all day.
that
All
was
day.
that was kind of like a spur of the moment thing. So I mean, I'm not trying to bitch or anything. I'm just saying maybe do it a little earlier.
I mean, literally all day on Saturday, I kept going up to Rico. I kept going up to Ed. I kept asking Lefty. I'm like, when are we going to do this group photo? And everybody was like, oh, we don't know. Just whenever.
It'll happen.
11 o'clock at night, we're all standing out in like the hallway area by the restaurant of the hotel. And Rico's like, hey, by the way, if you see anybody, let them know at 11 o'clock, we're going to do the photo. And I'm like, oh, 11 p.m.? Okay, I guess we're doing this photo at 11 p.m. Everybody's already sloshed. Like, Jason, degenerate fish keeper, was already in bed. They had to go up to
He
his
wasn't
room
asleep.
and wake him up and make him put clothes back on to come
He
downstairs.
wasn't asleep. I saw the video. Jason didn't get no sleep.
Oh, yeah. Fishy Mon apparently snores like a little banshee and had him up all weekend. So, but anyway, it was just like, oh my goodness gracious, like 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday, and most people are planning on leaving the next day. This was not played out very well, but we did it. It's fine.
Now I got the video in my head.
What did Shanna say today on the cartoon? She said she'd never heard anybody snore and scream at the same time. Because he was like snoring, but then doing like this really loud wheeze that almost sounded like somebody screaming. Saturday morning cartoons, go and watch that if you guys missed it this morning because it was hilarious.
You guys gotta see that. And the mods, if you can bring up the link to the Saturday morning cartoon,
For today,
post it.
it was so funny.
I'm not sure what time frame it was, but it was early.
It was
and it was worth it.
probably about an hour into the stream itself.
Ish.
So
Yeah,
funny.
somewhere in there.
So
Oh,
funny.
man, it was great.
Jason was like, he's probably going to kill me, but I don't care. He's like, I maybe got 3 hours of sleep the whole weekend. He deserves this. Like,
15 minutes of sleep. The next morning, you see Jason, he's like,
Jason was dragging ass all weekend long. He really was.
what
Like,
the hell happened to you?
yeah, like what happened last night? You went to bed early. Like, why are you looking like this?
It was great. Somebody's going to bring Fishy Mon a CPAP machine next year.
Shannon even said he might need a CPAP.
He might. I mean, we're laughing, but he may actually need one.
Jason contemplated throwing him out of the window, and I believe they were on the 4th floor, so that would have been quite a trip for Kirk. And he's quite small, so it wouldn't have been hard for Jason to just pop him right out of the window.
Put him in the bathroom. Let him sleep.
Shanna did say that she would have forced him into the bathroom with the door closed and the shitter fan on, and she goes, but that probably would have made it worse.
Garcia Aquatics, what's happening, buddy?
Oh Lord. Well, we're gonna show that.
Well, he better get ready for her. Somebody might want to bring her a CPAP.
I love you, Lefty. I guess if I have to sleep in the car, I'll sleep in the car.
She might be flying out the window.
I don't know though. When I thought
I'm used to focusing things out. Like I didn't hear a word she said.
maybe if you get me drunk enough, I won't snort. Oh, it's worse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind. Maybe a gummy?
Mm-mm.
Okay, never mind. Well, listen, Lefty, I really love you. I think I'm just gonna have to sleep in the car. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Put the pillow over your head, it's fine.
Yeah. Put the pillow on her head until the noises stop. It'll be all right. He said, if I can put up with James, I think I can handle it because he sounds like a chainsaw going to town on the Amazon rainforest.
She sounds like a 2-cycle chainsaw going through a oak tree.
I don't know who. We have a Facebook user in here. Garcia Aquatics. Okay. Yes, we did. And we're actually reminiscing right now, which is funny because literally next Friday we're heading to Chicago. So
into Chicago, gonna have ourselves time.
we'll try to go live on Saturday like we did last week at the Clash.
I can't promise.
No guarantees.
That. I don't
We don't know.
how that's gonna go. I will probably do a live walk around because I'm not one of the big names there. I don't think I can get the boot. So, but unless they say hey, but no, if not, I'll just do a live walk around. So
For sure.
at least you guys maybe can see what's going on there.
So
I would imagine it's probably going to be a Halloween theme.
I don't think so.
They're not doing that?
I don't think so.
Good, because I'm not wearing a costume.
Oh, I would. But anyhow.
Yeah. So, what a blast, man. We could go on for hours and hours and hours about just the Clash alone. And now...
And the people.
Now we got to go to
AQUASHELLA, yeah.
And I got a feeling it's going to be a blast, too. And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't care who's there.
Yeah. I guess my biggest takeaway on all of this, though, is not everybody is exactly how you may imagine them based on what you see from their live streams, their videos, whatever. And this is not me saying anything bad about anybody. It's just you kind of get that, how they act in their videos, live streams, whatever, in your head. And then you see them at these events and they're either way more reserved or they're way more out there. And either one was fine. I had fun with every single person we met.
I will say that everybody that I came across in person is the same way they portray on camera.
I have to disagree.
Okay. Well, I know.
I have to disagree. And like I said, what I'm saying is not bad, but there are a few people whose live streams or videos I watched and I had this mindset of how they were going to be in my head. And then I met them in person and they were either way more reserved than I expected or way more out there than I expected. Which not a bad thing at all. Not a bad thing at all. Like I loved every single person I met, but I was shocked by the demeanor of some of these people who I got in my head they were going to be a certain way, and they just weren't necessarily that way.
Make it sound bad.
No, not at all. There is one person in particular who is kind of quiet and reserved on live streams and was definitely enjoying themselves and having a really good time at the Clash. And I thought it was great.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I thought it was great, but I didn't expect them to be so rambunctious based on what I had seen in live streams. I wasn't expecting.
Well, now you guys take
Annette from Mystery Snail Guardians is very quiet on Steaming Extreme streams.
He is so fun.
But she was an absolute blast at the Clash. She was. But she was a lot more vocal and a lot more playful in person than she's ever been in these streams that I've seen. I did not expect her.
Lefty, we all know it.
I did not expect Annette to be as fun. And I don't want to say that she's boring in these live streams by any means, because she's not. But I just did not expect her to be as out there as she was. But I had a blast with her. I absolutely loved her. Loved her.
I can't think of anybody I didn't like hanging around.
No, and that's the thing. There was nobody I didn't like hanging around. It's
Ask
just
me that next week, and that might be a different story.
next. There's just some people who
we all know who's going to be there, but again,
right.
I don't care.
Right. There's just those people that you see them on the live stream, and you're like, oh, they're not going to be like that in person. This whole at the Clash, the whole weekend, people would come up to me and go, you were acting the exact same in person as you do on your streams. And listen, we have told you guys for the entire time that we live stream, what you see here is what you're going to see in person. We don't sugarcoat shit. We are who we are. We're not changing it.
I just might drink less or more. It just depends.
I had to drink less because I had to drive us back and forth from the Airbnb to the hotel.
But I didn't.
So I didn't get to drink and have as much fun as I wanted to. I did still have fun. Dave Farrell says you were what he expected.
Hi, Dave.
Eduardo, you were absolutely no different in person than what you are on your live streams, honey. I'm going to put that out there, too. He kept calling me bitch all weekend. Okay? So there was nothing different about Eduardo on live streams than what you see in person. Yes, Dave, you both drank for me a lot. A whole lot. Both of you. Everybody is talking about, that's the other thing. You think based on what you see in a live stream, you think a person is going to be so tall, so short, whatever. There were people that I met that were way taller than I thought they were going to be. Brienne Farrell, that little girl is tall. She is super tall. Olivia isn't really all that short either. Dave Farrell, quite tall. Sandy Farrell, teensy.
Dave and Stephen P made me feel short.
Carrie, Science Gal Aquatics.
Whips made me feel short.
Carrie is way shorter than I thought she was gonna be. Jenna P.
Start saying, calling people.
Listen. Because everybody kept looking at me saying I was taller than they thought I was gonna be. I don't. That's the thing.
This is the whole thing.
You get it in your head how a certain person is gonna look, act, whatever, and then you see them in person and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Like, well, I knew Rico was a taller guy. I knew Ed was a taller guy.
I knew Steven was tall. Yeah.
Dave, I didn't know. And
yeah.
I'm like, hey, man. Like, he made me feel short. And Whips, freaking gargantuan.
Yeah.
He made me feel short. I'm like, shit.
Let's just say out of all of the Farrells, the only one that you're not looking up at is Sandy, but I love her.
I looked up to Sandy.
Love her.
What?
I mean, look up when you're talking, not whatever. Anyway, the Farrell family, they're all tall. Shelby and Grant were great. Yes, Garden of Eden.
Yep. It was cool getting to meet them, even though Grant won everything.
We did. Rico started the booing, but we all kind of followed suit. So every time Grant got called for something in the auction, or not the auction,
See, June raises a good point here. To be fair, now I could do the letter Kenny. To be fair, nobody watched this letter Kenny.
Anywho.
Anyways,
yes, they say everyone is sitting down.
Sitting down. So,
but the thing is,
and you're right. It is hard. It is hard to gauge height. Which,
it is.
Really, what does it matter anyways? You get to hang out with your friends.
No, I agree. It's just, it's kind of weird that, you know, you meet a certain person thinking maybe they're going to be taller, and then you see them and you're like,
I'm just glad I didn't have to wear boots to not be the shortest person there.
Fishy mom.
What?
QC Aquaholic.
How you doing? So are we done height shaming people now?
I wasn't height shaming anybody at all. Some people are short, some people are tall. It was just a shock to know.
That's what makes it a song. Yes, exactly. What Lefty said. We're all always saying, like right now, I'm sitting down. She's sitting down. I got a taller back. That's it.
Yeah. Lefty was another one, though. Sorry, I'm just going to say it. I thought that you were taller than you actually are.
Oh, boy.
It's okay. You know what? You can beat me up in, 5 days.
Oh, boy.
It's fine.
I'm snoozing.
Totally fine.
There.
He can beat me up. It's okay.
My doorbell is shut up.
Yeah, I know you're only 5'8" because I'm 5'7", sir, and there wasn't a whole lot of difference there between the two of us.
Right, now I'm going to have to hear this all weekend.
Myrtle, hello!
What's happening, buddy?
Myrtle still exists.
He was on, that was, the Peas. Tuesday.
That would be the Wet Your Plants
Yes.
with Kelly.
Yes. He was on there, wasn't he?
I believe.
Was it that one?
Believe so. Believe so. Yes, because they were talking about the aquascape competition, and Kelly was judging, and poor Myrtle was just sitting there like, I don't want to say anything.
Oh, it's good seeing you, buddy. What we got? We've got, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got the Zen Ginger herself here.
Wow, Zinny Zen.
How you doing? How'd you like that intro?
We need an intro video for Zen Ginger.
I need to figure out an intro video for my videos. I'm working on it. I'm not exactly the fastest guy with technology. Unless it's machinery.
He says, I did enjoy all the Scape's comedic commentary of mine satisfied.
Well, listen, nobody, I didn't take any of it seriously. I didn't do one, but the way I look at things is if you can't take criticism, I've only had 9 beers. Then why would you enter a contest?
Right.
I would enter the contest for criticism. Either A, good criticism, or bad. Hey, I wouldn't have done this. Maybe try putting water in the tank. You know. Now that you have one flower horn, when's the next one?
We actually have 2. That's so funny we did that at the same time.
That's the second one. You've never seen Bobby? Bobby's way bigger. And I have 2 red devils back here. I know they're not flower horns, but flower horns are bred from red devil genes. So not saying anything bad, but you know, she might not have known.
No.
Actually, you did just subscribe to me today. So go back through my videos. If you go to the top of my page, I think the tagged video, only because I haven't figured out how to change it, is a creature feature, which is all about Bobby. Bobby the Brain Heenan Jr. That's my first flower horn, and I still have him. He's 3 years old now, and he's a giant dick. Now I have Galactus,
Yes.
which Galactus is maybe 4 or 5 inches. Not as big as Bobby.
He's a baby.
But they're in separate tanks, and they get to stare at each other all day. But no, he's not my first flower horn.
No.
Not trying to be a douche about it either. I'm sorry.
No.
I wasn't trying to be a jerk about it.
Lady Diane, hello.
Hi, Lady Diane. Too many cool kids in here. I'll be sitting in the corner listening. Don't sit in the corner.
Paul McCarthy, hello.
Hi, Paul.
Only Oscar says the stream with ABC makes sense now. Kenny.
Oh, we did do a stream.
I thought you did one from the B&B Saturday night.
Yes.
That was after Lefty fed you a shit ton of Fireball.
Extremely inebriating.
And you were drinking his mead, and then you guys went to tequila?
What did I say? Was that my first? Did I say that was my first flower horn? Because it's not.
Well,
Now I'm going to have to go back and watch it because I'm like, what the hell did I say?
Lefty fed you Fireball.
Yeah.
On top of all the beer you had already had, Lefty fed you Fireball, and then you were drinking Kenny's mead, and then when we got to the B&B, you guys started drinking, was it tequila?
That was tequila.
And you were brewing tea in
the only thing I could find in the B&B was honey and oatmeal. And I'm like, well, nobody wants tequila in their oatmeal, or nobody wants oatmeal in their tequila, so we nixed that idea. But I found honey, and yeah, well, I would have, no, it wasn't that great. The tequila was bomb.
June says fish in the cooler. That was the flower horn we brought home.
Yep.
I don't know.
He's alive. He's doing great. That would be Galactus. That would be.
They all survived.
It's actually not my second flower. He's my third flower.
Bobby killed the female.
Fourth flower horn. I forgot about the female.
Oh, because Bobby killed the female.
And then I screwed up and killed another one.
Oh.
Which, yes, you can do. But it's a thing. It happens. But no, that this one would be my fourth. And then I have the 2 red devils somewhere.
They're back there. They're over here.
Come here. Yeah, they're over here where nobody can see them. There we go. There you can see them. If this chair wasn't in the way.
What does it matter?
There they are. That's Rocket and Groot. I have videos on them of when we got them too. Pretty cool.
What's it matter?
Oh. If it's not the cable smears itself. They've taken up refuge on top of my tanks, which is even better. But Galactus is I've got him in a 55 right now by himself. He's doing fantastic. He's already learning Bobby's mannerisms. Yes, we will be auctioning off this kitten at the end of the.
The fuck we will.
It won't be an auction, it'll be who wants it. That's why right there. You gonna go up there and chew on those wires?
Stop being a dick.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm like,
Yep.
I'm being molested. What?
Put her down. Yeah.
The kitten
Anyway,
is super cute. Her name is Bean.
free cat.
No, no, no. Free husband.
Really?
No.
Oh. Nobody wants to put up with my bullshit.
Nobody would put up with your bullshit. I'm the only one. So that's Bean. She's.
Damn it, I thought I was going to get sold. No.
There ain't nobody in this world that would pay enough for you. Just saying.
Let's see after AQUASHELLA.
I'm not scared.
Lefty says, who snores less, the cat or the husband?
The cat.
Hey,
The cat.
If I snore, I snore. I don't know it.
The cat. Remember how we talked about Jason wanting to throw Kirk out of the hotel room from the 4th floor for all the snoring at the Clash? I've contemplated it. I'm not going to lie.
You know what, though? I wake up if I hear a pin drop.
But he doesn't hear himself snore.
Never hear that.
I thought about putting a pillow over his head until the sound stops.
I thought about putting your head underwater until the bubble stops.
There you go. Mutual feelings.
Just go with it. Not really. I'm not. I'm kidding.
Seriously, you guys, if we were gonna, would have happened by now. We've
Oh,
been
yeah.
married for 19 years, together for like 24.
That would have totally happened by
It ain't gonna happen. X Genetics Legacy Radio. Melvin.
Yeah.
Melvin.
Finally remembered.
Hi, Melvin.
Let's see. Eduardo says most men with huge lungs snore.
He said lungs.
Hey, I do have a big chest. 43 witness just heard that, so we can all be called as witnesses in court. They'll never get me alive.
Nope. So if Josh doesn't show up for the next Saturday Mayhem, we know who did it. He could be in jail.
Or dead. What can happen?
I would never.
Well, she might.
I have kids to worry about. I don't have time to kill him and be spending my time in prison. I have kids. No.
Oh, boy. My hubby's still laughing at the thought.
Just saying.
It's how ironic. I'm still laughing.
Because we know it's just joking, but you got people in here going, oh my God.
Now we're going to have wellness checks.
Oh my God, they might kill each other. Look at how long Matt had everybody believing that I push you down the stairs
Yeah.
on a regular basis.
Yeah. Oh, she kicks me down the stairs when I don't do what she wants done.
His size compared to me, do you really think I can kick him down the stairs, push him down the stairs?
It doesn't matter if he trips somebody up.
I hate all of you.
That's just more mass. What are you doing?
See? My wife tries to kill me at least once a week. It's a thing.
We're used to it.
Listen, if you genuinely love your spouse, you're going to try to fuck up their world at least once a
You knew
week.
damn well Matt was coming back in on this one. Oh, shit. That's the good.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You need the number again, Josh? No, we're good. I might need it in Chicago, though, because fucking Lefty might try to kill me, too. Apparently, I snore. We just need to open the windows so it doesn't reverberate.
We both snore. I mean, it is what it is.
I think if we all just get drunk and pass out, nobody will care.
No, we're all going to be passed out, so nobody's going to hear anybody snore.
Exactly. Nobody's going to give a shit.
Just don't bring Fireball again. God
Yes,
blast
bring
it.
Fireball again.
No. No.
Okay, I'll bring
I'm bringing my own shit then for shots, because fuck Fireball.
Oh, boy.
I do not do Fireball. Patty wouldn't even take that. He tried to give her the Fireball, and she goes, oh, hell no. Are you crazy? That's saying something coming from Patty. I'm just saying.
Where is Patty? I haven't seen her.
No, she's not in here, the bitch.
Must have scared her off.
I guarantee you I did not scare her off.
I doubt it.
I guarantee you I did not scare Patty off. No. See? Bex. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Okay, well, I just had to approve it. But Bex said, with you, Jess, no Fireball, nasty shit right there.
Nah,
Yes.
you don't know a good time.
I can have a good time without drinking Fireball.
Oh, my good friend, that was my good friend that passed away last year. Man, we got the videos and lights on that. That was what we'd do. We'd go, we'd work on stuff or go ride around or whatever, and then we'd go hit the local watering hole, couple shots, fireballs, and then leave it out. And yeah, so that's kind of like me remembering Springhead.
And yes, Fireball is a cinnamon shot. Somebody asked it.
It is. It's
don't.
like hot damn, but just not as bad.
QC Aquaholics. Yes, it's Aquaholics. Jeez. It is. Yeah, it's kind of like hot damn.
Hot damn was horrible. Just horrible. Fireball is more sweeter.
I always tell everybody,
You can actually drink Fireball.
the little red Fireball candies that you can get, like the little circle Fireball candies.
That's what this tastes
It's that.
Yeah.
Put that in your mouth, suck on it for a while, get that spit built up.
What they call that? Hot damn 100 or something like that.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, that stuff was horrid. That's like cinnamon flavored schnapps.
So gross.
Just nasty.
I just cannot do Fireball.
But yes, Zen Ginger's right. Fireball is like big red gum, but angry and wet. Yes. And it will kick your ass if you let it.
I mean, I can do Jaeger shots. I can do vodka shots. I can do tequila shots. I hate Fireball.
Lefty says suck on it for a while and build up spit, huh?
That's what I said, because what I was trying to say, yes.
This is taking a different direction.
Well, listen.
Well, this ain't families and fish, is it?
Obviously.
No, you got the Mayhem on Saturday. If I'm drinking cinnamon schnapps, it's going to be a Goldschlager and a whole Goldschlager.
Puking tinsel later.
Ooh. Ooh.
Because it actually has the flecks of gold in the bottom of the bottle.
You know what, though? If you strain that, you might get...
I have not had Goldschlager in like probably 25 years.
Because it wasn't good.
No. But we all thought we were cool as shit because we were drinking liquor that had gold flecks in the bottom of it.
Aftershock.
Yes.
Does everybody remember having to stick those bottles in the freezer and watch
Aftershock, and yeah.
Come on.
Oh my
And
god.
nastiest shit ever.
So gross. Oh, hang on. What? Annette was trying to set Lefty up with her friend's brother, who was too much for a lot of people. Then why did she think that he would be okay for Lefty?
This is not the Dr. Phil show.
But Lefty is kind of like a
Come on.
what? I mean, somebody that's
Fish talk, people. Fish.
somebody that's too much for most people. I feel
Change the
wouldn't
subject.
work well with. Okay.
Change it.
Answer. Sorry we weren't able to come and see you, but the fact that you had to work until 6 and we were trying to get home before dark.
Yeah. Yeah. One day, buddy, we will.
Maybe next year.
Hey, next year at the Keystone. Why don't you just plan now on showing
To go to the Clash. You're not that far. You can't say that you're that far because we literally drove past Pittsburgh on the way to the Clash.
Through it. Fish. I think we drove around it. I don't know. There was a truck that had burned to the ground and they were scraping it off the road over here. And then this other one shut 70, was that 76?
76.
Shut 76 west completely off. And that was a 53 footer that they were just like crumpling in the middle of the highway and shoving it in the back of the dump truck. But meantime, they had 3,243,000 miles of traffic behind them that they were rerouting through a town.
CQC.
And that would have sucked to been going west on Thursday.
We were like, the whole time we're coming into Morgantown, we're passing all this and we're like, oh, please let it all be gone by Sunday.
We got slowed up. We got slowed up by what looked to be a smaller truck that had burned to the ground.
I don't think it was even.
But this other one was a full-size 53 footer. She just, across both lanes, burnt to a char. I mean, I still remember the color. Burnt to a char. Both trucks looked identical. I'm like, what the hell kind of fuel are they using here? Because we ain't never seen anything like that.
When you're driving through those mountains and you're trying to ride your engine brake and, you know, if you have a brake failure or whatever, that truck probably hit something and caught on fire.
It didn't hit anything. It just, and I mean, it went. This is this color right here. The whole truck. All you could make out was the floorboard of the trailer, and there was something attached to the front of it that resembled the chassis of the semi. So they were just crumbling them up into balls and putting them in the back of a dump truck. Which I'm like, that's kind of morbid, but I get it. You got to get traffic moving. Is what it is. So, I mean, there was that.
For like 10 miles past that, they were redirecting traffic up.
Oh, way farther than that.
It had to have been at least 10 miles.
Bad. Westbound 76 on Thursday.
It was terrible.
It was a complete shutdown and reroute.
It was terrible.
It was shut down, rerouted. They were putting them through some other town to get them on the other side of 76. Hi.
Dad. Hi, Dad. Dad. Hi. Can you say hi to me, Dad? Hi, Dad.
Hi.
It's a bean.
This is a small one.
Mm-hmm. And she's not small no more. She's fat.
I think this is the one that ate my power cord.
Could have been.
Did you do that?
Probably.
Was that you?
Yeah.
I don't know. We weren't here.
No.
And she's like, I went down. But, yeah. No, other than that, the trip was fine. Coming back Sunday, actually, we didn't run into anything other than rain.
Let's discuss rain in the mountains. That sucked. To go from almost 80 miles an hour down to 45 because it's raining so hard you can't even see the freeway.
Bex says, back to water changes. See y'all later. We'll see you, Bex.
Bye, Bex.
Thanks for popping in. Von Ninja said, I've seen a few car fires, and then the chat jumped. Myrtle's out. We'll see you, Myrtle. Thanks for popping in, buddy.
Yeah, no. Driving in the mountains in that rain was stressful. So stressful. Because literally I'm doing speed limit 70. I've got the cruise set at 78. And the rain just starts dumping down and I had to go down to 45. Everybody else was doing the same. But you couldn't see anything if you weren't doing 45 miles an hour. It was terrible. And that's the whole way back home.
Silver Creek says, have you ever driven through Flagstaff? Every time I've driven through, all I see is 4 seasons in about 15 to 20 minutes.
No,
but you can do that in Indiana.
Other side. That's the other side of the country. We haven't been over that way, but Arizona.
Oh, no. But we get that here. We get it in town. Hell, I drove home from work one day and had sunny blue skies. In front of me, it was 75 or 80-ish. I look behind me, and it looks like hell's coming. I mean, it's gray to black, and, you know, temperatures drop. Then there was the one day you had that rain, sunshine, snow.
Yeah.
Kind of comfortable feel, and it just, we get all 4 seasons in one day here.
I'm sorry I snorted, but she wants love so bad. And like, we're trying to focus on the live, so she's not getting the attention she's commanding. This is our diva. She's very much a diva, and when she wants attention, she's getting the attention. Oh gosh, okay.
Now when I went down to South Carolina, once I got into North Carolina or Tennessee, North Carolina area, going through the mountains, it was sunny, 80. But it got hotter the farther south you went.
Right.
So I'm running AC full blast because I'm like, Jesus, it's getting hot.
For us, it got colder.
I went from sunny, nothing happening, gotten in the mountains, torrential downpour.
Yeah, that's.
And I'm like, I'm still hauling 80 mile an hour because it's just rain.
I think that was the worst.
Everybody else is like freaking out and dropping down to 40 miles an hour and putting their flashers on and like it's just rain. So there goes my dumb ass 80 mile an hour.
I feel like
I ain't stopping.
I feel like that was the worst part of the entire trip was all of the rain through the mountains coming back home because I mean, literally, you were in sunshine and it was great, and then you would go a couple of miles and all of a sudden it's a torrential downpour and everybody is stopping. Like, I knew I had cars and semis ahead of me, but the rain was so bad I couldn't see their taillights. I couldn't see anything. And yeah, there were guardrails, but it was still extremely scary. And then a lot of those places where the rain was extremely bad, they had signs for falling rocks. And it's like, oh my, if I don't get taken out by a rock, a semi is going to take me out.
They don't have signs in North Carolina or Tennessee. Just say
terrible.
They just have a fence. Eduardo says another really nice guy is Ricky De Hoya.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Ricky was great.
He actually bought a piece of wood for the discus tank or the cube tank.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we were staying there, him and I kind of had the same thought process because I was thinking it. And he goes, man, this would go good in your discus tank. And I'm like, I was just thinking that same damn thing. And just, we were trying to watch funds because drive back, but he's like, here. I'm like, shit. So, you know, that piece there, Ricky DeHo has bought for us, and it is in there, and those guys love it. They love it.
She's just farted. Do you not smell that? So you guys can't see
Was it
her.
her or you?
No, it was her. So you guys can't see her, but she literally laid down on my lap and went on her back, all fours in the air, and let one rip. Oh,
Melvin says in the springtime this year in Pittsburgh, it was raining, and an hour later we got 3 to 4 inches of snow.
yeah, but you're right there in the Poconos, so
Yeah,
that's
that same shit here though. First day of summer in 1993. Let me take you back to 1993.
But being right there in the Poconos, we did notice. I mean, on the way there,
Very first day of summer. It should be 80 degrees. No. It was like 10, and it snowed a foot and a half. Maybe about a foot.
I mean,
6 to 8 inches of it stuck. And then 2 days later, or a day later, gone. 80 degrees. Everybody's out in shorts. Yet a day ago, we were all building snowmen because we couldn't get to school.
Right. I guess my biggest thing is, I had a point. Hang on. I'm trying to think of it.
Did you?
Yes, I really did. No. On the way to the Clash, everything was green. It was beautiful. All the trees on the mountains, all really bright green, so pretty. On the way back, all of the leaves had changed in that short amount of time on the mountains. Like everything had changed.
The tree in front of the house was green when we left. Came back and it's orange.
Oranges and yellows, and like on the way back, in just a matter of 3 days, on the way back, everything in the mountains had changed like completely in 3 days. It was just insanity.
Yeah.
She just, my diva, my little diva.
Well, dang. We still got a very good deal in here.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of the new night? Does everybody like it? Because I think we're going to stick with it. I'll be honest. I miss doing it on Monday nights, but probably because I've been doing it for so long. But kind of like the Saturday night thing too. Kind of easier on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really that big a deal to do it. These guys just in there getting it.
I mean, listen.
They're probably looking for that
Linda.
fish song.
Okay. Well, she's on the fish tank now. It's fine.
That's what happens. But no, I think I kind of like the new night.
Oh.
This happens. No, it's easier on us. But not that the Monday night was hard. And I loved following Austin. Because he would always beef us up. But kind of like the Saturday night thing.
Yeah.
I like
Saturday afternoon more.
Yeah, well, Saturday afternoon. Now,
What?
I still will do the Moonlight Mayhem, but that's just going to happen when it happens. So, depends on what kind of mood.
What? What was the point of that, Bean?
Just so she can turn around and jump back down.
Bean.
Yep. You want to go swim in that? Go stand on that tank.
No.
Oh, man. Zen Ginger says, I dig it. I can't ever make the Monday streams or most of them, so this is nice to hang out with you all again. It's awesome having you here, Zen. That's why you have a wrench. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Not
Lord.
really. But no, I just think it's easier for everybody on Saturday nights, you know?
Yeah.
And people can come and go as they need to. I mean, if you got something going on or whatever. If you got nothing going on, if you're bored looking at YouTube going, nobody's on. Oh, hey, it's the Metalhead. Hi. So yeah, I kind of like the Saturday night thing. And there's not really a pinch to be on or off the air. Not that there was on Monday nights.
Right.
Ironic that the TV's playing Steam Spot because I was always going over him. Sorry, dude. Look at this. We got Danikin's Aquatics. What's up, Danikin?
Kenny.
So yeah, I'm thinking I'm liking the new night. I feel like I'm not trampling over everybody. So I can pretty much go for as long as I want.
Yeah. I told you nobody goes live until 6 o'clock today, so.
Yeah. So I can pretty much go as long as I want. So if it keeps everybody entertained, it gives somebody something to watch on a Saturday afternoon because, man, I was sitting here while she was going through, she's like, there's nobody on. And I'm sitting here going, huh, maybe I should have gone on sooner than 3. But I'm thinking 3 is a good spot. I'll go from 3 to 5. There we go. That gives you a couple hours. So, what are you doing? Stirred up all the flies. You did that. No, the flies have just been terrible. Came home and there's just flies everywhere. Everywhere. Can't kill them. What happens when you have a lot of water, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. So, liking the new night, might stay on it. And we are going to eventually bring out another Moonlight Mayhem. But see, those are so special. Those are special. I don't want to burn everybody out. I don't want to do it once every 2 weeks or once every what. I just want to do it when I want to do it. And I think it would be more meaningful doing it that way. So it'll still happen on Saturday nights because it can't happen on Sunday nights. But I kind of like the whole Saturday night idea. Kind of like it. So, but we got, what is it? It's 4:48 our time now. I think I'm going to go on for about 12 more minutes. So, anybody got any questions? Anybody got any comments? Whatever. Now's your chance. Melvin says he likes the new night. Thank you. I think it's just easier.
I agree.
You know, especially there might be a night where I get a burr up my ass and we decide to do Moonlight Mayhem. We all know how that can go. What, the first one was 6 hours. The second one, I think, was 3.5 or 4.
Yeah. What was the final count of YouTubers at the Clash? Any idea?
I do.
I believe Rico said it was like 60.
It was 50 or 60. Same.
I believe Rico said it was around the area of 60.
I want to say 50. It could be a little higher than that, but I believe it was around 50.
Yeah, I'm not 100%
So,
sure.
you know what that means? That means next year, we just need to make it more.
I do know that fish tubers made up most of donations received and sponsorships.
Yeah. Half of the event was sponsored by
Fish Fam.
Fish Fam.
More than half. Fish Fam was very active for the Keystone Clash as far as sponsorships and all of donations for raffles and everything.
And that's awesome because you know what Fish Fam is?
Us.
All of us.
Right.
You, me,
Right.
her, all of us.
Right.
That's Fish Fam. There's no conglomerate mind there. It's just all of us.
Eduardo said more than half Fish Fam made the Clash larger. We did, actually, from everything that Rico has said, based on the information that he got from Scotty, Fish Fam is the reason why it was bigger this year.
Guess what? Next year, it's going to be Fish Fam again.
Yeah. We're going to be there, for sure.
Yeah.
This is going to be a yearly thing for us.
We're going to make the trip.
It wasn't that hard of a drive. So, yeah, we're definitely going to do it again.
Tracks and Groves. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Grooves.
Groves. I'm sorry.
Grooves.
Grooves. Sorry. Alrighty, welcome, and I screwed your name up. Welcome to the Mayhem.
Eduardo said, and from across the USA and international. Yeah, Lefty said there was one gentleman there that came from Germany.
That's a hell of a way.
Yeah.
That's,
I think
he wins longest trip.
I think he may have, it was a man, and I think he may have flown in with one of the speakers.
Oh,
I think he may have came with one of the speakers. I could be wrong.
Either way, that's a hell of a distance.
I mean, it's still pretty impressive, but I think he came in with one of the speakers. Not sure who, but I'm pretty sure that specific gentleman came in with one of the speakers for the weekend. So anywho, Josh doesn't know it's me. How many beers? Tracks and Grooves. I don't even know who you are. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has number 8 in his hand, and I've already taken a couple of cans and thrown them away. So, 10, 12. I still don't know who you are. Tracks and Grooves. I apologize that Josh should know who you are because we don't know. We'll figure it out, maybe, unless you say something. Melvin says it's Jimmy P. Jimmy P has a burner account and it's called Tracks and Grooves. Jimmy P, you turkey. Apparently, Tracks and Grooves is Jimmy P.
No.
Turkey.
Tracks and Grooves. Why did I say Tracks and Grooves?
I don't know.
I still don't understand why I did that.
But that's apparently Jimmy P, who felt the need to be a turkey.
Nice. I need to make a burner account. We're going to call it Lettlehead. Lettlehead's Mayhem. Probably not.
No. You won't even know how to make a burner account.
No. No, that requires too much work, and I'm not willing to do it.
I have 740 subs and 17. Oh.
Well, that sounds like it needs to be the main account.
Gosh, Jimmy P.
Now, if I could import my TikTok account
to YouTube,
you'd
be good.
I'd be at 1834 right now or something.
You'd be monetized.
Yeah, would be. Not. was a
Nobody
comment
minded
about
Alexa.
my beard. Was there? Like,
Well, Jimmy on the Tracks and Grooves says Josh doesn't know it's me how many beers,
oh, I
but he
don't
didn't
know.
mention beard.
What beard? This
Right.
little thing?
Compared to what you have.
That is
Right.
not a beard.
Right.
This little thing is just a 5 o'clock shadow for me.
Right. Oh, at the Clash, not here. About your beard?
I vaguely remember something about my beard. I do recall somebody saying, "Hey, didn't you have a big beard?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Possibly.
I don't know.
Lexa Dunder Engelhut?
Well, that would be the say it backwards. We know who that is.
No, we don't know
Yes,
who that is.
Alexander Engelhart.
Is it?
Yes, I'm telling you.
Oh. And Jess, I said I subbed you again, so there is that. Oh, okay. Well, the funny thing is at the Clash, I ended up well over 200 subs again. Came home, I'm well under 200 subs again. I'm never gonna surpass 200 and stay there.
Yes,
Um,
you will. I'm almost at 270.
well, I can't even hit 200 and stay there, so it is what it is.
Oh, Sean made it in here. I didn't even see. Oh, there he is. Andreas Tank from Germany is doing about a month and a half tour of the U.S., presenting at many fish clubs. He flew in by himself early in September. This is the first that
He first talked at
Bucks
Bucks
Country.
County.
Wow.
Is that who was there?
Is that the guy that was wearing the kilt?
No.
He was
Because
Scottish.
I met this German gentleman and he was in the hospitality suite and he was super nice and he was actually talking to another one of the speakers there and they were having a great conversation and I was listening. I didn't retain any of said information, but I was listening and it was a good conversation.
I didn't know. I am just now finding out about this.
Alishon says yes, he was visiting the Clash. He was a nice guy.
Hell of a distance to travel.
He was a nice guy.
And welcome, Alishon. Sorry I didn't say hi to you. But yeah, no, it's that's cool that an event that's in the States. You get people from across the pond that come over, across the big pond.
That is not Alexander. No. That dude never comes into our chats. That is not the same person you're thinking of.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. He has never been in our chat. And
Yes,
especially
yeah.
all jumbled up.
Well, it's his name backwards.
Alexander Engelhart. That is not.
Yeah, you take this and you move it here, and you move that, and you move that there.
No.
Why do I have to explain
Because no,
that?
that doesn't spell Engelhart, and that doesn't spell Alexander.
Yeah, it does if you move it around.
Alishon says it is a goof on Alexander. See, it's not him.
Well,
I'm like, because that dude, he never, no.
he has been in the stream before.
Like,
Whether it's
once,
him or not.
for Fish Bam Christmas, he came into our stream like once.
It's all good. It's all good.
That's why I'm like, there's no way. That's not him. It's not him.
Okay.
Just saying.
No, but it definitely. And you know what I didn't get to do. I didn't get to go to the speaking events at the Clash.
There was a lot of them.
There were some. There were some speakers there that I kind of wish I would have gone in and listened to them for a minute or so, or 3.
Bree went to a few that
didn't
she
do
said
that.
she learned from.
Didn't do that, and I need to make it a goal next year to maybe put a few minutes away to go over there and try it.
My Fish Tanks Aquatics. Have fun at karaoke. I
All
miss
right.
karaoke.
Have fun, John. Have a good night, buddy.
Oh, I miss karaoke.
I don't.
I do.
I always regretted it the next day.
Well,
Yes. I kind of miss watching his karaoke videos, but I know it's the whole.
copyright.
Yeah, because we did that one video on here, and man, it got nailed to the cross. And I'm like, Jesus Christ! I mean, karaoke. Nobody's being paid to do any of this, except for the one guy that's hitting play.
Right.
But
It's officially 5:01.
it is. So this has gone on for 2 hours. Well,
Do what you got to do, but it's officially 5. Nobody actually goes live until 6. There is nobody else that goes live until 6.
what do you guys say? You want to go on for another hour? Or you want me to just shut up and end it now?
If you want it to go live for another hour, we need people to interact and ask questions or whatever, so that we're not just sitting here
Not have me babbling for another.
talking out of our asses. Right.
Alshon says keep going.
Well,
There's one. And I didn't get to even really hang out with him. And he was
I
there.
am going to say this again because he is in the chat. I'm pretty sure I did not meet him. Everybody else was like, oh, it was so great to meet Alshon. And I'm like,
He was right there. All he had to do was say hi.
I didn't know it was him, first of all.
I didn't even really get these events these kind of events, it's just you have to make the opportunity. You're not going to get the opportunity. You just have to make the opportunity.
First of all, I'm pretty sure that I didn't know it was him. Second of all, no, I'm pretty sure I never met Alshon.
Yeah, Jim Cumming and Great Steve. Yes. And I don't know which one, but we went into I went into the hospitality room to refill on my styrofoam drink, and one of them was in there talking.
Well, didn't we have
Had
Tim
everybody's
Coletti?
attention, man.
Is his name Tim Coletti? I'm pretty sure he was in our hospitality suite a lot this
I'm
weekend.
not sure who was in there, but somebody was in there talking. And I'm like, oh, don't mind me. And
Pretty sure Tim Coletti was one of
and
them.
then it's like, dude, this dude's like talking everything I'm hearing. I'm kind of stopping, going, that makes sense,
I was in the hospitality across the table from the German guy. That tells me nothing, because when I was in there with the German guy, he was sitting right next to me, and we were not at a table. We were on the little bench along the wall where the coolers
Saturday
were.
night. Okay, that's why Saturday night, because Saturday night we were standing outside drinking.
Somebody, where'd he go? Somebody wanted to know what kind of fish we bought.
We picked up a betta,
Yes.
a trio of German blue rams,
Yes.
and a silk tie fireman's dream mix flower horn.
Yes.
Also an axolotl.
Yes. A wild axolotl. not a black wild. And the funny thing is, people are like, oh, you got a black wild. And I have to look at them and go, no. There is a difference between a black wild and a wild. A black wild is a morph that is kind of man-made, man-bred.
Zen Ginger, if you are ever at an event that we are at, and you don't come up to us, that's going to be bad. No.
I am with Jenna
You need
P
to
right
make
here.
yourself very known.
I am with Jenna P right now. We are hunting Alishon down next year because her and I both did not meet him. And I call bullshit on that.
I saw him.
I never met him.
I think I said hi.
Never met
And
him.
that was about the extent of it. Because Rico was horning off the pies.
Just look for the 6'5" guy who isn't with or Steven. And what's funny is Rico was like, yeah, Alishon just brought me the pie. Did you see him? And I'm like, no. And you
That
couldn't
big
be like,
guy,
hey,
he sure stuck around.
all black. Listen, say hi to people next time. This is bullshit. I call shenanigans, and I'm not happy about it. I don't understand why you were the only person there that I did not meet.
I don't know how you missed the 6'5" guy.
Because there was lots of people tall there. All I'm saying is I'm calling shenanigans. This is bullshit. And oh, see, Eduardo. He came up to me and introduced himself. Well, you know what, Alishon? You know what? You know what? Shenanigans. Oh, my, excuse me, my 5, what are these? Orchids. So we're sitting in the expo room Saturday. Jennifer Weaver comes in with this box, and clearly you can tell there are plants in this box, but they're not aquatic plants. They're just plants. And I looked at her and I'm like, what do you got going over here? What's this? And she was like, orchids. I figured I would just give them to whoever wants them. Like, anybody can have them, but they're orchids. They're all different sizes. And I looked in the box and I grabbed it from her and she started laughing. I was like, yeah, nobody's getting these. I'm taking every single one of them. So I literally have, if I can bring it around, I literally have 5 different sized orchid plants, and I have 2 of these bigger ones, and then I have, if I can make everything cooperate, sorry guys, I have 3 of these smaller ones, and I literally did not give anybody a chance to grab any of these because I love orchids. I'm a flower person anyway. So I took the entire box and I put it in my car, like the selfish bitch that I am. Okay. Trying not to make that fall. But anyway, I thought they were absolutely beautiful. And when Jennifer came into the event room with those in the box, and she was just trying to find anybody that would take them. And I was like, oh, I'm your girl, seriously, because I love orchids so much. And the one orchid in the bigger pot, the second orchid in the bigger pot actually has a bud on it. So a flower at some point is going to come out of it. But I took all of them. Diego, hello.
There's everybody, Diego. What's happening?
See, Eduardo, he was sitting with TJ and other guys, one in hospitality room. So, no, I call absolute bullshit. Bullshit.
Oh, boy.
But you know what?
Paul
Jenna,
McCarthy's here.
he's been here.
Hey, buddy. Sorry.
Jenna did not get to meet Alishan either. So her and I both are going to absolutely beat the crap out of him the next time we see him.
That's right. Sour roll. No, we're not going to beat the crap out of him.
No, Jenna and I are.
No.
We're going to beat him up. Oh, I'm going to beat you up.
Now he's going to stay away.
I don't care.
The blood splattered looking spider. Yes. Oh, I know what she's talking about.
I do too,
Those
but
are
I don't
the-
think
yeah.
that's these. I think these are just your standard.
They had those. Lefty and Ed were talking about those.
Yes. But I don't think that's these. I think these are just your standard orchids. There's nothing. There's nothing fancy about them.
Chicken bite. She might meet the crop. Yeah. Don't violently harass him.
Yeah, I'll meet the crap out of him. There you go.
Probably, honestly, be giant hugs.
It will. I'm a hugger.
And hey, what's this pie stuff?
Yeah, Alishan, bringing Rico pie.
Bringing this pie stuff, and Rico hoarded it all.
He said, I'm 6'5" and eat punks like you for breakfast. And then in the hashtag, in parentheses, put Monty Python line. Bring it.
I haven't seen that movie in years. It's a great movie.
Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
No, that's tacky.
I know. I had to bring in my own movie line.
I honestly think that I walked by him a few times. I might have you on footage because that was the only 6'5" guy there. And I think I walked around you and I kept getting in your way. If not, there's another guy that was 6'5" that I kept getting in the way of, and I was like, "Man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry." You know, I'm like, just trying to get footage for my video.
My little baby. Look at her.
Smack her in the face.
Oh, she farted again. God bless it. You stink.
I like how she's doing that in your face.
You stink.
Paul McCarthy says, I got loads of work to do in the fish room tomorrow, mostly doing the installation, then finishing off the new door and getting back to it.
Because they upped the electric
Yeah.
in his country.
Well, they upped the electric in this country, too.
Yeah,
Let me
well,
tell you. Actually, the electric is still pretty much the same price. But there is $70 or $80 in other charges that we have to pay now. Like stuff that we're not even in. Just stupid things like profit sharing and this and that. And I'm like, I'm not in your company. I'm paying for electric here. But they forgot that part. So now we're having to pay that. So yes, I'm actually contemplating on getting
solar.
everything on linear air pumps. As much as I like the canisters and the sumps, I'm liking the idea of linear air.
The only thing I worry about, especially, is if we're going to try to connect everything to everything, is if one tank gets sick, all tanks get sick.
Well, That's the bad part. But
That's the risk that you take, and I don't like that risk.
the only thing
We have a lot of money in this.
The only tank I couldn't hook up to everything else
Salt.
would be the saltwater tank. But well, to do linear air, that wouldn't be a big deal. You wouldn't have that problem. Unless I connected all of them together for one big flow through. That would be a huge nightmare. That would cause a lot of trouble, I think. But as far as linear air goes, I wouldn't need 27 air pumps. I could just have one or two. Wouldn't need all the hang on the back, so I could just have the linear air pump.
Nuggy,
So
come over here, Nuggy. Come say hi to Dad, Nuggy. Don't go that way, dumbass.
it's an idea. I'm kind of tossing up. The problem is with the cube tank, I like it the way it is. The other tanks, I don't care about bubbles, obviously. Pretty much Frank's tank is a hang on the back with 4 sponge filters. The tank, the 29 gallon is a hang on the back. The 35 gallon is a canister filter. This tank behind me is a canister and a sump. The 125 is 2 FX6s. The
Cube is the sump.
The cube tank is a sump. The saltwater tank is a
The
sump.
sump.
And then Bobby's tank is a hang on the back. And the 55 gallon that Galactus is in is 2 different canisters. The 54 gallon is a canister. The 75 gallon downstairs is a hang on the back and a sponge filter. The 55 gallon down there is a hang on the back.
The one that axolotls are in is sponge.
No, that's got a hang. I took one of the 2 hang on the backs that I had on the 75, and it's on that 55 down there.
Well,
The pool is a barrel and a canister.
Maddie has a hang on back, and Angel's got
Maddie's got
an
another
FX.
canister. No, she's got one of the canisters I got from this tank.
Angel's got some kind of
And a
canister
hang on the back.
and a hang on back. Yeah.
So her 60 gallon has both. I would like to just do a linear air pump and run air to like Frank's tank, but there's 1 fish in there. Run 1 line to all the tanks, run the filtration, or some sponge filtration, and then that would cut down on all the air pumps that I have.
Jenna, I had to use a step stool in the skate contest.
I saw that.
Yeah. I could have fit a lot of those ladies in my pocket and brought all of them home.
But I tell you what, Jenna was so awesome. Getting to meet Stephen G, getting to meet friggin' Bex and Kyle.
Yeah.
And that, and just
We had a good
the
time.
list goes on and on. Ricky De Hoyos, Eduardo, Patty, Maria Z, TJ Autocross, just
All small, but all fun.
no, I'm not making no jokes here.
I am.
Fishing on and God, they were Fishimon cheated.
He was in boots.
He openly admitted he cheated.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this on the replay or whatever, yes, I'm calling you out. You cheated. Because I think you and Scotty are the same mind.
He also gave the finger in our group photo.
Yes,
And nobody realized it until they posted it, and they were like, "Oh,
who made the brownies?
Jenna."
Jenna made the brownies. Those were Jenna brownies.
I'm pretty sure those were Jenna brownies. Yes.
I loved those brownies. Those were awesome. I enjoyed them very much.
I ended up giving Maddie the sugar cookies that were shaped like fish.
Mm.
But she loved those too, so.
I didn't even see the sugar cookies. I got
Well,
brownies.
no, because I couldn't have chocolate, so Jenna gave me sugar cookies.
Kirk was such a character. Yes, he was.
Yes.
Plenty of characters there. No shortage of characters at all.
Zero.
And Susie Q did a hell of a job making sure everybody got to eat and drink that.
In the hospitality
That whole
suite,
weekend.
man.
I just want to, I think we all should thank Susie Q for busting her ass.
And Susie Q is 26 years sober. She doesn't even drink, and she made sure there was
She made
alcohol
sure
in that room for
everybody
us.
had alcohol and everybody had food. Everybody had food in their belly.
Yeah.
And it was good. Oh my. And man, I went in there and made a weird concoction. They ran out of bread because it was a situation where it was like, okay, this is the last night the hospitality room is going to be open. So when the food runs out, it runs out. So
Right.
I walk up there, I was going to make a little sandwich. Well, there was no bread. And I'm like, all right, but there's lettuce, there's hot dogs, there's this, there's that.
Right.
There's some sauerkraut left, there's this and da cheeses and all sorts. I made the weirdest salad you'd ever see in your life. And even Susie Q says, what is that? That looks damn good. And I'm sitting here eating, and I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
Oh man, I should have wrote that down.
It was
awesome.
I mean, and a lot of other people in their live streams have said it, that Susie Q did great.
She did an awesome
She
job.
really, really, really did. She very rarely came out of that hospitality suite.
The only time I saw her come out of there was when I went live. Because she came in and she sat down, and she was only there for a little bit. She wasn't on camera. But then she went right back in.
She did great.
And she did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
And
she did awesome.
It was a blast every time you walked in there because you could tell she wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
And she's like, what's going on? What's going on? And it's like, well, we got this going on with that. And shit, Well, then some people started coming in and helping her get a little break from it because she needed it.
Oh.
But
Alishon said Susie lives like 15 minutes from him.
She is awesome. Very awesome lady.
I loved meeting her.
It was a blast. Just sitting there and hanging out.
The only time you could really talk to Susie and see her really was in the hospitality suite because she did not venture away from that. She made sure everybody was fed.
The only time I saw her outside of the hospitality room was during my live. She came in and she hung out for probably a half an hour or so. And then she had to go back in. And but I tell you what, she made sure everybody had their bellies full and they weren't thirsty. So
speaking of thirsty,
there's where the water.
The kitten literally is drinking out of the fish tank right now.
Perfect. Yep.
Welcome to owning cats, y'all.
Yep.
I try to keep their water bowl filled, but with 2 dogs and 4 cats, that's not always ideal. Like you're not gonna keep it to where everybody's happy all the time. But anyway.
I like how they just walk on the tanks like, don't mind me.
They have 0 fucks to give right now. They don't care.
But yes, so next year, I don't think Susie's going to volunteer for that. So I think everybody going next year, I think, just me personally, I think we all ought to volunteer.
I think she might, but I think at the same time it needs to be delegated to more than just her.
I don't think it should be her the entire day.
No, I don't think it was fair that it was just her the whole time.
I think everybody that goes, maybe donate an hour or something. Going
volunteer. And she did. She did actually have people when she would say, hey, I need to walk away for a minute. Can you watch this? And they did. But I think it needs to be more than 15, 20 minutes at a time. We need to delegate it to where, you know, somebody is there for 2-3 hours, maybe more, and it's split between people because Susie Q was stuck to that hospitality suite all weekend, and that was not fair for her.
Well, there were people helping on the second day on Saturday. There were people in there.
It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for her. It wasn't enough to where she could get out and really enjoy herself because she was on a time frame.
Yeah. Susie's going to be a vendor next year anyway.
She will.
Her and I think, was it Carrie or was it? I think Carrie.
I think Carrie said she wants to be a vendor next year.
I know Susie Q said she was going to split a vendor table with somebody.
Yeah.
And I think it was Carrie. So
my biggest thing is I think that, in all honesty, that hospitality suite should not, for any reason, be stuck to just one person the whole weekend. Susie, I know she had fun. She said she had fun. But I feel like she would have enjoyed herself a lot more had she not been tied to that room the entire weekend. She was married to the hospitality suite. And
the perspective that I got when everybody walked in while I was live, she came in and just sat there and she's playing on her phone. She's getting relaxed. Not having to pay attention.
Right.
And she's, you know, we're all in there doing what we do. And she sat there and it looked like she finally had a minute to herself. So we weren't bothering her. We're like, you can come on camera if you want. And
Right.
she didn't want to, which is fine. But it was nice to maybe get her mind off of it. But
she deserved more breaks.
they were helping on Saturday. There was people in there kind of taking shifts.
I know TJ helped.
TJ did.
Sure.
A couple other people did, and that's awesome. But I don't think that it should be designated one person. I think that next year, if the hotel's not going to put the people in place, then we need to do it.
Right.
So somebody's got to take the reins, and that just means somebody's going to have to sit in there for a while.
Oh, Alshon, most hospitality rooms, at least at conventions that I have attended, do not open until 7. On our schedules, it said our hospitality rooms. Right. Our schedule on our name tags, whatever, said that our hospitality suite opened at noon. We were in there at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and Susie was already in there, busting her ass at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And it wasn't supposed to open for 3 or 4 more hours. But they were telling us 12 o'clock you could go into the hospitality suite.
Well, Friday, 12 o'clock you could go in. Saturday, it opened at 8. What is that cat doing?
Dying. Where's she gone? Come here. Come here.
But yeah.
Well, you fat ass.
But no, I think next year, maybe just don't make her stuck in a room, which she's not going to be able to anyway. So it's going to have to come down to everybody.
I don't think she deserved to be in that hospitality suite the entire weekend anyway. She chose to, but I still don't think it was fair.
I think that if the hotel staff's not going to do it, then we need to do it, and we can take shifts, and we can make it work.
I think in order to have the hotel staff do it, they would have probably had to pay more.
Very possible.
Which is why they didn't have hotel staff. Whatever.
It's fine. But, so, I mean, it's a learning curve. Next year, we'll just try this, or maybe try that, or do whatever, It's a learning curve.
You see how she's not moving because the way I grabbed her, she knows she's in timeout.
Psycho.
Well, I grabbed her by the back of the neck like Mama would to let him know, hey.
Lefty says, yeah, hotel staff ain't going to do it. Yeah, they didn't want to bring out bed skirts. From what I hear.
Hashtag bed skirt.
Ran out. But no, I think next year, I think we all should kind of, maybe some of us volunteer. Doesn't have to be everybody, but a few of us volunteer and hang out in there for a couple hours, and then somebody else come in, and at least everybody be able to cycle out,
Lefty said last year it was not open that much, but Susie wanted it open for those of us that didn't have the money to be able to eat. Yeah, we ate one time outside of the hospitality suite, and that was breakfast Friday morning. After we left the campground, we stopped at the McDonald's, literally in the same parking lot as the hotel,
Well, I mean, we
and had breakfast.
I knew there was food in there, so I didn't.
Yeah, we ate hospitality food all weekend long.
I was happy with it. I made it work. We could have. But
she
was
why?
in there busting her ass. I'm like, she's in here busting her ass. I'm going to eat the food.
People need to show appreciation, and we were like, every single chance we were hungry, we were like, oh yeah, here we go.
Guys, you guys can't. I wish I could catch him on camera. You can't believe how big Frank's gotten. And his stripes are coming in. His tail's yellowing up. Wow. I am happy with the way that whole thing's coming up. Now, if only I can get Rico's wood to hit the bottom of the tank.
My shrimp? So I have Rico's wood in several of my tanks as well.
Rico's wood is in a lot of our tanks.
And I have
really bad, by the way.
I have Rico's wood in my shrimp tank from shrimp I got from Sandy Farrell.
Wait a minute, is he live?
No, this is old, I think. I don't know. Nobody is supposed to be going live until 6.
Following me.
Nobody is supposed to be going live until 6. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I thought it was Stream Pot going live again, and I'm sitting here going, dude.
Just got to get the wood wetter, and it'll flop down to the bottom.
I don't know how much wetter it needs to get.
I thought when wood got wet, it got harder. And it didn't flop.
Yeah. No comment. No, I'm gonna weigh that piece down. And Rico did say
that it may drift forever.
It may drift forever. We picked it up because it was drifting, so there's a good chance it may not sink. And I'm like, man, I got rocks. I'll make it sink.
This wood came from Lake Ontario, literally the beach. Rico can walk maybe 5 minutes down from his house, and he's right there on the beach, and that's where he's finding this wood, as far as I know. So it's a Lake Ontario wood, and he said he let it sit out in his yard all summer to dry out.
Yeah, it dried out. So it dried out. There's plenty of air in it. But I've got enough wood, rocks. I think I can weigh it down.
I did use rocks to weigh my wood down for my...
And
One
I'm
tank.
gonna do a water change on that tank tomorrow anyway, and see if I can figure out what the hell. Now, what I did wrong about the saltwater tank is I made it very hard, very, very hard for me to get back anything I need to get to on Frankie's tank. Because where I placed the 90 gallon.
No, not that one. Mark Sorrelson. Wood has to get hard before it gets wet.
That's true.
No.
Yeah. That's how it
No.
works.
A little bit of lube can get that wood wet to help it get hard.
It's not wood until it gets.
No.
Oh, this is taking a turn.
Well, it's almost 6 o'clock.
Yeah. But Frankie, I'm gonna get some video of Frankie because he's just coloring up fantastically. I mean, not gonna be too much longer. He's gonna be a porker,
He is already a porker.
and he's just getting awesome stripes, awesome coloring. At first, I thought I kind of screwed his coloring up with as dark as I went in that tank, but he's not fading with the tank. He is definitely getting. I'm looking right at him. He's yellow, and I wouldn't call it a bright yellow though. That's where I'm upset. But
You have a lot of really neutral colors
Yeah,
that are
it-
drowning him out.
everything's fading him out, so I'm gonna have to put some white sand or something in there just to maybe shine it up a little bit.
Though. You're drowning him out.
But no, definitely awesome little guy. He's one of my favorite little fish, and he's growing so quick.
But I thought.
Uh-huh. Eduardo says, "Are we talking aquarium wood here?"
No.
I don't know now. That conversation went way in a different
Several
direction.
kinds of wet. Yeah. You know, spit, lotion,
Oh boy, here we go.
lube, sand.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't get hard until it's spat on or lubed up. I'm just saying.
That's some weird wood.
Shit happens.
Awesome t-shirt idea. Picture of playing a tank with lots of driftwood, and on top of it got wood. Man, I bought a shirt from somebody at the Clash that had a shirt that, it's awesome. It's a piece of wood, and on top it says got wood, and there's a pleco under it. And then at the bottom it said suck it.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I really contemplated getting that shirt, but then I
But-
saw this puffer. There was a shirt that had a puffer fish on it, and it says blow me.
Blow me.
And I'm like, I'm going with that one.
I really wanted the one that said you asked a lot of questions.
Yeah, there was one that said you asked a lot of questions,
I wanted that one.
but the the shirts I'm gonna go for.
Next did buy the
funnier
second
ones.
shirt.
She bought the
She
second.
did.
I have the blow me.
Yep. I wanted the one that said you asked a lot of questions. But I didn't.
I'm gonna go get it after I throw my shirt.
This cat is really gassy, you guys. She really, I might need to change her diet because she's tooty and it's not pleasant. It's like that day after you've been drinking and you wake up and you fart and it burns your nose hairs, that's her. Her ass is really funky right now. There you go.
I may or may not wear that at AQUASHELLA.
I think you should. Apparently, I have to wear my Rico leggings and t-shirt again. Okay. Um, I'm sorry, you guys. I can't read the screen sideways, and Bean apparently is super comfortable with where she is sitting. So that's what it is. This is like the parrot that I never wanted. Bean. Don't. Yeah, come back down there. There you go. Thank you. Mhm.
Wow. What'd I miss?
I don't know. She was on my shoulder and I had my head cocked to the side, so I'm sure I missed a lot of chats. She nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, tell you what. It's almost 6.
5:42.
I think we'll just go on ahead and call it.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn good. 2 hours and 47 minutes.
And viewers have been consistent. Not that matters, but
so I think we'll go ahead and call it and give everybody a chance to go and do what they got to do and be ready for the next live stream that comes on at 6. Who is that?
I don't remember.
We're gonna kind of say who that was.
Okay, hang on. Hang on. I'll get there.
We can go to Fish Fam Link and find that out real quick. Thanks for that.
Exactly where I'm going. And if I can find it.
This is what it's for.
I know. Mississippi Hippie.
Mississippi Hippie going on live
at 6.
At 6 here in about 20 minutes at 6 our time.
It said 6 Eastern.
Okay, so it would be 6 our time. So yeah, pretty much next. So in about 22 minutes.
Not, dude, not 16 minutes.
12 minutes.
It's 5:44.
6 o'clock. Whatever rounds out your next hour is Mississippi Hippie. So I think we're just going to call it, and then we'll let Mississippi Hippie take it over here at 6 o'clock. So thank you all for popping in. I love each and every one of you. I don't know how next weekend's going to go for obvious reasons. But I will try to do some kind of walk around.
We'll try.
I don't know how well that's going to work because I don't have headphones or anything, so I won't be able to hear what's going on in my ear.
Earbuds.
Yeah, but they won't plug into that.
Yes, they will.
We'll work on that. But I'll try to at least do a walk around or something for you guys so you can see what they got going on there. I'm not promising that I'll be on a stream other than mine, which would be a walk around.
Right.
Because I don't think I'll get the booth. But if I do, you guys better show up because it's going to be a hell of a time. So, yes, thank you, Zed, for sharing Mississippi's link there. Let's all jump over there and wait for the show to happen.
Eduardo, TJ.
Thank you guys for
Love you
coming
guys.
in. I love you guys. Lurkers, I love you guys too. Replay crew, love you too. So I know sometimes you can't always be there. I get that. So
Been there, done that.
that's what I like about Saturday is sometimes you can get everybody there. Sometimes.
Right.
So anyways, guys, I hope you have a kick-ass weekend. I hope you have a kick-ass week, and stay tuned next weekend for AQUASHELLA. So
Love ya.
we'll catch you guys later. Stay metal. Love you guys.